What are some bullet points in the contracts that professional riders sign that the average person wouldn't know of? For
Ooh.
instance, I've heard of multiple professional athletes in other sports that aren't allowed to ride motorcycles. Yeah, there's definitely some of that going on. Uh, the contracts are a weird thing though. Like I've never seen anybody else's contract. You just hear rumors of some things that are in them. So I wouldn't even be a good person to ask that. But I know for sure that yes, there's definitely certain things in Jet's contract that he couldn't go and do without Honda being like, okay, what is
Yep.
this? Just for the sake of just trying to keep him protected and not have him get hurt. Anything else kind of along those lines that you think are in those contracts?
Certain this is one thing that people wouldn't think of is a lot of riders have to be very careful about being seen with other brands as well. So it's not like hey, you can't do this one fun thing. It's like also you can't be, on camera touching a Yamaha or looking at a Honda if you're a Cowie rider. So I remember we were doing a class with a pretty prominent Cowie rider one year. This is years ago. And I was just doing a picture or a video of like the kids interacting, and he was like touching the bars and be like, "Hey, I would put my levers like this." And I was getting a video. He's like, "Hey, man, would you mind like erasing that? Because or not showing my my face in it because like I can get in trouble." And I was like, "Oh, word." Is like, "Yeah, I do like contract stuff." And I was like, "Oh, wouldn't even have thought of that." It's like, yeah, if you were out riding being like, this new Yamaha is pretty, obviously that's not good. But I'm like, man, even just touching the bike, talking to a kid on his bike, like kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe in that situation he was just trying to be safe with
Yeah.
it, didn't want to
Yeah.
mess
Yeah. I
around
was
with
like,
that.
man, that's
Uh,
that's that's crazy.
yeah, well, actually, I'm pretty sure that I don't know if it's stated in the contract or if those guys are just particular, but I'm thinking that those guys aren't allowed to even ride a bike that isn't theirs, period.
Mm, yeah.
Right? So even if they were at it, let's say Jet was at a class and there was a Honda there, I'm not so sure if he could just hop on anybody's Honda
Mm,
just because they'd want to keep him safe,
yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
right? I do know, or I will say though, Jet when he did classes, from what I remember, he was pretty loose with that.
Mm. He,
Like I remember he hopped on an Alta one time, and I'm like, dude. Then there was cameras everywhere. I'm like, Jet, you definitely. We had to tell him to get off the Alta. We're like, you cannot, you can't be on that bike.
get off that bike, dude. Oh man. Yeah.
Just 100 people at class, cameras everywhere, and we're just like, Jet, get off the bike. If you guys enjoyed that podcast clip, you can listen to full episodes on Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure if you haven't already, join our community inside of the Moto Academy app. Go to themotoacademy.com today. I'll see you guys inside the community.